Something took me 50 years to discover. But it's so simple. Once you discover it, it's so simple. It is simple. First, realize on purpose, I did this chart this way. Realize that the road to destructive conflict is an open highway. And the road to constructive conflict is a very difficult exit. I live in Santa Barbara, California, and on our highway that goes through the city, there is an exit in Spanish. It's called Sal si puedes, which means get out if you can. Most people miss the exit, you know. Most people miss the exit. And that reminds me of life. How many times when you get old, you say, oh my God, I wish I knew this when I was young. I miss the exit. So now to try to share with you young people, I'm an older man trying to share with you, don't miss the exit. You still have a chance. In personal life, in family life, and leaders of companies and maybe leaders of countries. Don't miss the exit. And the faster is the rate of change, the faster is the destructive conflict. How do you not miss the exit? Watch for a sign that tells you where the exit is. And the sign has 3 letters on it. 3 letters. M, T, and R. M, T, and R. That's it. Simple. What does M, T, and R stand for? M stands for mutual. Mutual. What is T and R? Conflict comes from 2 sides. We have different styles, and we have different interests. That's where we are in conflict. We either think differently and or have different interests. So we need to make it now constructive. How? How do you make styles constructive? What does it mean constructive? When you learn from each other. That's why it's constructive. I learned something. When will you learn? Only when you respect the right of the other person to think differently. Because if you don't respect the other person has the right to think differently, you will never learn. You only learn when you say, it's okay for you to think differently. Now let me learn. In other words, I'm open-minded. I open the door for you to come through. I open the door for your mind to come into my mind so I can learn. By the way, this is not mine. It's Immanuel Kant, the philosopher, who says respect is when you recognize the sovereignty, which means undeniable right of the other person to think differently. Would you allow differences into your life? Would you allow different opinion into your life? It does not mean you have to agree. Does not mean you have to agree. You listen to the person, say, thank you, I hear you, I understand you, I don't agree, but it's okay too. But I allow you to speak. At least I heard you what you have to say. Now, if you continuously tell me something, I don't learn anything, then I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's true too. Forget the respect. Respect exists when you learn. And you learn from differences. And that's what is a letter R, mutual respect. And what is a T? T is for the right side. Common interest. I already told you there is no common interest. Oh my God, so what do we do? In English we say, life is give and take. A good marriage is give and take. Good friendship is give and take. Why do you say give and take? Why don't you say take and give? A small change. By the way, Arabic, Turkish, Greek is take and give, not give and take. And I was told the Russian the same thing, take and give, not give and take. Serbian is even worse. Take as much as you can. What is the difference between life is give and take versus life is take and give? In give and take, there is trust. Trust. I trust you. In a good marriage, it's too important for you, more important to you than to me. We'll do it your way. What the hell is the problem? Because I trust you. The next time, when it's more important to me, you will do it my way. That's called being good friends. I take you to dinner, I pay. You win, I lose. But what's going to happen next time? You're going to take me to dinner, right? I trust you. Good friends trust each other because they have common interest. That's why you can turn your back to a friend. Guardaespaldas in Spanish. He takes care of my back. Why you can turn your back to a friend? Because if they stab you, they will hurt too. A good friend, Francis Bacon, the philosopher, says, is somebody who doubles your joy and halves your sorrow. That's a friend. So there is common interest in the long run, if there is trust. So what makes conflict constructive? Mutual trust and respect. And please notice that trust is ahead of respect. First, there must be trust. So what am I telling you? You want to be a good manager? You're all here to learn to be good managers? I don't care how much you get in statistics, economics, marketing, human resources, or supply chain courses. To me, it's not that important. You know what's much more important? What kind of a person are you? Because what you know when you graduate is going to become obsolete very fast. I can assure you of that. It will become obsolete. What you are is forever. So what does make a good manager? What makes it for a good leader? What makes for a good parent? What makes for a good spouse? One and the same thing. Do you trust them and do you respect them? So what makes you a good leader, manager, is how trustworthy are you? How good are you for your word? How honest are you? How genuine are you? If you play games, people know it. You think you are maneuvering, you can lie. They know it. You know it when somebody plays games on you too. You know it. Which leaders of countries get, to stay, to be leaders for a long time? When the people trust them and respect them, because they're open-minded and they learn. They're strong. I didn't say they're weak. They're strong. Boy, they're strong. They don't yield easily, but they listen. And they're trustworthy. Mutual trust and respect. So what is the role of a leader? manager, you name it, I don't care. I call it manager, leader, parent. To me, it's one and the same. No difference. Because you have to lead the system, you have to deal with the system. Is a person who commands, and grants respect and trust. Do you command? Do people trust and respect you? And do you trust and respect other people? That is the whole bloody trick. Bottom line. In my 50 years of experience as a consultant, I came across a lot of managers. And I found out a very interesting common denominator. The more arrogant they are, the worse is the management. The more humble, open-minded, just a nice person to be with, the better they are. By the way, I sit many times in committees when we discuss who should be promoted. And there is always the same thing. Same thing all over the world. Say, oh, Joe, well, he should be promoted. He really knows the field, he's very qualified. Then somebody in the committee says, yes, but the people don't trust him. Finish. He's finished. I can tell you that always he will not get promoted. The people will not accept him. He's going to create too much conflict, going to be too much trouble. Although he has qualifications, knowledge, he will not be promoted. Because the people will not accept him. It's more important to be than to know. It's easier, human resources here, it's easier to hire people that are, it's easier to hire people that are, how did they say that? It's more important to hire people that are than people that know. Because knowledge is constantly acquired, you constantly have to learn, When I got my doctorate from Columbia University, I was very proud. I was holding my diploma in my hand, walking down the corridors, feeling tremendously after so many years and suffering and hard work. Finally, I got my doctorate diploma in my hand. I was very arrogant. I was walking down the corridor of the university, and the doors opened from one of the classrooms, and students were coming out, and I found out they just wrote their qualifying exam for the doctoral degree, which means if they pass, they can start writing their dissertation. So they were about 2 years behind me. That's it, 2 years behind me. So in a very arrogant way, I said, can I see the exam, please? Here it is, I just got my doctorate. I would have failed that exam. The day I got my doctorate, I was already obsolete. The day I got my doctorate, I was obsolete. That was a wake-up call for me. Don't hide behind knowledge. Hide behind who you are. That's the only way to manage change. You want to manage change? By creating a culture of mutual trust and respect. Yesterday afternoon, my subject was for 10 minutes, how to manage change successfully. And I said, if there is mutual trust and respect in the company, change is easy. We sit down, we talk, and we do it. What the hell is the problem? If there is no trust and respect, try to change. Try to change a company. Blood in the corridors, fighting, pain, no sleeping at night. Oh, God. Takes forever. I'll tell you how to compete in the marketplace. Just create a culture of mutual trust and respect in the company. You will be flexible, moving very fast, while your competition is fighting and getting stuck. You want strategic advantage for you in your company? Just have the right culture. What is the biggest asset a company can have? We don't teach it in business school, by the way. They teach you accounting, to look at the balance sheet, assets. Goodwill. What is goodwill? How much intellectual property you have, connections you have. What is the biggest asset an oil company can have? How much reserves they can have? Totally wrong. Remember what I'm going to tell you now. The biggest asset you have is what you cannot sell. You cannot sell the culture of your company. You cannot sell your character. You cannot sell who you are. The most important asset of a company is the culture of the company. The culture of mutual trust and respect, which is the most difficult to build and the easiest to lose. How long does it take to build mutual trust and respect? Oh my God. Because people are testing you all the time. Can I trust you? Can I trust you? Can I trust you? Do I respect you? Are you really saying something I can learn from, you know? And how long does it take to lose it? How long does it take to build a building with 30 floors? How long does it take it to bombard it and to lose it? Easy. Easy. That is your challenge as managers of the future. That is your challenge. How to build and nourish the culture of mutual trust and respect, because it will be undermined by change. Even if you have it, change will undermine it. Why? Oh, another problem, another conflict. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Every problem, remember what I'm going to tell you now. Every problem is a challenge to mutual trust and respect, including your personal life. Every problem you have is a challenge. Can I trust myself? Respect myself. That's all that is. God is testing you all the time. Every problem is a test. I want you to know that. It's a test. It's not a problem, it's a test. It's testing you. It's testing the company. Are you going to pass it or are you going to fail it? How? Now look at my hand. Look at my hand. This is a symbol of the Adizes methodology. So if you ever forget it, remember this. Remember the whole lecture with this hand. If you go to any church of any denomination, of any religion, even in India, if you go there, all the saints are standing like this. Why are the saints standing like this? What the hell is this? Look at this. What do you see here? 5 fingers different, together. This is the blessing. Be different, but be together. In the Middle East, this is called a khamsa. Women carry it on their chest, you know, as an ornament. They put it on the door at the entrance. This is a blessing. Different together. And in the Middle East, when they curse, they do it this in your face. This is a curse. The difference between a curse and a blessing is only 2 centimeters. Are we together, or different together, or different not together? It applies to a marriage, it applies to a company, it applies to a country. Switzerland is different together. Yugoslavia is not different together. And what makes the difference? Mutual trust and respect. The culture in Switzerland is of mutual trust and respect. You go to a German canton, you speak German. You go to a French canton, you speak French. Highly decentralized, recognize each other's differences. What is Switzerland strong in? Pharmaceuticals and finance. They have nothing else, guys. They have no oil, no diamonds, no platinum, no uranium. What else do you have around in this country? You have everything in this country. But remember what I told you. What makes you rich is not what you have, is what you are. South Africa has it all. Where are they on the map? They have it all. They are not on the map. Japan has it nothing. Member of G7. What do they have? A culture of mutual trust and respect. That's what they have, guys. That's it. Culture. Some people are born rich, they die poor. And some people are born poor, end up rich. What is the difference? Who are you? That's the difference. So what is the role of a leader? What's your role as a manager? Look at my hand. Which finger is the most important finger? Which finger is the most important finger? Show me. Show me. Okay, guys, remember this. This is the most important finger. By the way, in some language, I forgot which one. I have to find out. Somebody told me and I forgot. It's not called a finger. It has a name. It's called a hand maker. Because this is the finger that makes a hand. If you don't have a thumb, you don't have a hand. So what is our role as managers, as leaders, as parents? No difference. Make us work together. Make us work together as a family, whether it's a country or a company, together. That should be your symbol. That should remind you what your job is, not this finger. This is command and control. This is the old Soviet legacy. Time to move from this finger to this finger. Thank you very much, and God bless you.